All right, we'll go ahead and review Miscreated. I think it's pretty freaking sweet. The map is huge, lots of places to explore. I don't think it's your typical zombie game just because it has the ability to kind of morph itself into your personality depending on what server you go to. Now, you can go to a server that everybody is obnoxious trolls, which is pretty cool. If you happen to be an obnoxious troll, you can hang out with your people, and you can. And then there's the noob groups. If you just want to focus on just surviving, it is a post-apocalyptic type game. So I mean that's kind of the point of surviving, whether or not you want to shoot other players or not. Um, there's the peaceful, I guess, boards where you can just build your own bases and focus on being friends with neighbors, which is pretty cool too. I think the game, well, all beta games really have a bad rep because they come out, uh, you know, uncompleted, I suppose. Now, when you release a game that's not completed yet, on the one hand, yeah, you're going to get lots of feedback as to what to do and how to make it better. On the other hand, you're going to get lots of people that are ticked off that they have a game that's not completed. Well, I can kind of see the pros and cons of doing that. And one of the cons is it did get a lot of bad reviews. Kind of reminds me a little of when, what was it, Final Fantasy 14 came out and was almost immediately raked through the coals by the critics, and now it's like hailed as one of the best ones ever made. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, the developers are on it. They know what they got to do, and they're doing it, and they're taking feedback to heart. And sometimes you don't find a problem unless you have a bunch of people on a server and somebody comes across that problem. Sometimes you just need a couple extra sets of eyes. And I think it's a great game, and I think it's going in the right direction. And apparently, from what I've been told from a couple buddies, it's completely different than it was even a few months ago because of all the upgrading and all the fixing and all the retooling and all the stuff like that. So I think it's well worth it. I mean, it was like 25 bucks, and went ahead and got it, and I'm in a few different servers, and and I can build my base, and if I want to go into a more aggressive server and get shot at by other survivors, I can do that too. You can pretty much, like I said, make it kind of your game according to your personality. What level, do you want? Do you want to go in and just be peaceful and try to survive and try to find interesting loot, or do you want to just go in there, grab yourself a couple guns, and blow up other survivors, or do you want to build, and do you want to make a base, and do you want to, there are different ways you can do that. You can get you get a vehicle and drive around. I'm a little wonky with the driving mechanics, but there are some fellers that have mastered it, and I can go really fast around tight corners and things like that. And I tend to smash into trees or go over hills, but I've kind of I think I found a couple servers I can play the game according to my personality, which is kind of noob-like, and just build my base and try to survive. And if I get attacked by something, hack it to bits with my katina. You know, I'm just tired of trying to find ammunition. Although most people do like playing with the guns, which is cool. I mean, you can do whatever you want. So like I said, I'll give the game a thumbs up. You got to give it a chance. It's just because it came out in beta and just because it's brand new doesn't mean it's terrible. And honestly, anybody who gives a beta game a bad review has no point. It has no business giving gaming reviews because that's really not how it works. You know what I mean? I mean, after it's been tested and been out for a year, and after it's been worked on for a long time, then give it a review. But a game that just comes out, The developers are like, hey, we appreciate feedback because it's not done yet. I mean, who's going to give a bad review on that sort of game? I mean, honestly, what's wrong with you, man? I mean, come on. But that's just my take on that. So, anyway, I think it's pretty great. So, that's all I got. I got the screenshots, incidentally, instead of using game footage because, that's user error on my part. I haven't figured out how to get the OBS to work properly. And I know I can get it to work because other people use OBS all the time to stream this game, and I just haven't figured out how to do it. So I made some screenshots for you to look at the pretty scenery in the game, which I thought was nice of me. So anyway, that's all I got. You have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the flip side, and I am out.